Rebecca with PremierGuitar.com. We're here at Winter NAMM 2011, here at the Matchless booth, checking out the new Excalibur amps with Phil Jameson. How are you doing, Phil?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Great, thanks. And you've got some new amps?
I do. We have the new Excalibur. It's based off the Avalon platform that we originally came out with last year. This one is going to be a single channel amp with gain. It can do anything from clean to a clean gain, a little bit of overdrive to a super saturation. So it'll be for any kind of style of music you can think of, but single channel.
And are we going to hear it a little bit?
We are. We have our good friend John Holt here, who is just such an amazing player. I couldn't possibly do this, myself. So. What I'm going to show you now is this is the EL34 version. It's got kind of a fatter bottle sound to it. This is going to be more of your sort of plexi-like sound, your vintage AC/DC kind of Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap style. To Van Halen, it really nails the Van Halen sound and the Allman Brothers, the Eagles, and then just fully cranked up, you can get as death metal as you'd possibly want to get. So we're going to start out just to prove that we can do it clean with some beautiful dynamic. And here we go, John. John, if you can go up a little bit, we are going to start to add a little more gain to it. This is going to be more of your sort of plexi-like sound. It does kind of require the power section to be opened up a little bit more to really get the feel of the amp. We are still at about maybe 30% here on the master volume. Okay, then our next setting, we're going to show that we can do an absolute high gain. You don't always necessarily want the gain to be fully maxed out. In this event, you would increase the volume control on the preamp. You'll get a real nice clear sound out of here. The mid-range has been really helpful. You can add a little more gain and kind of fill in the mid, or if you want a more modern sort of sound, you just dial that mid way back and it just completely scoops it out and you get more of a spongier sag. We'll start with the mid up, and John, if you could play, do that mojo you do, man. Okay, this is the same amp. This is the Excalibur, but it's the Excalibur 30. This is a platform where people, if they want the EL84 sound, we offer the EL84 power section, full 30 watts. Its peak is going to be about 36 watts, Class A. It does have a high-low power switch on the back, so you can drop it to 15. Right now, we are in 15-watt mode. This amp does cleans very, very well with just a little bit of breakup on the front end. It will nail, the Billy Gibbons stuff. There's so many different styles. Even the Brian May, that kind of vibe. So right now, I think we're kind of more on a cleaner setting. Then as we start to gain it up a little bit, go ahead and get some rock. So the great thing about this is, I mean, still, again, the power section, which it really wants the power section to be wide open. You know, we're down at like maybe 30%. It's extremely low, and on 15 watts. I'm running a 412 here with 2 Celestion greenbacks on the top, 2 G12H30s on the bottom. We can get a really great bedroom rockstar kind of sound out of this by turning the volume and the gain up, the master volume way down. That way you can practice, you know, with some high gain. You don't need a bunch of pedals and things anymore. That's completely eliminated now. And John, if you just real quickly, we can show you what kind of low levels we can get with this. Again, at a really low level, you kind of, go ahead and play. You want the mid-range to be up a little bit, get a little more gain out of it. And you just fine tune it. So there you have it.
Awesome.
We have the Excalibur.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Phil.
Thank you.
If people want to learn more about the amps, where should they go online?
Please go to matchlessamplifiers.com. That's all one word and plural.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is Rebecca Dirks for PremierGuitar.com.